Hi, so today we're installing your propane tanks at your house. All right, so the propane tanks are all loaded up, ready to go. But before I leave, I have to change my placards on my vehicle because this is a commercial vehicle. DOT regulations require when I load propane on the truck that I would need to be placarded for 1075, which is for propane and flammable materials. All right, exciting day. The oil system has been taken out. We're gonna go over and look at the location to set the propane tanks. Come on. All right, looks like a great spot.
Yeah.
Gauge is still on.
Yeah. So make sure we got 10 feet from that.
Yeah, we got an AC condenser here. We're gonna make sure we have 10 feet from the AC condenser. And looks like we got 10 feet right here. So yeah, these will be perfect to go right here. Be awesome. All right,
let's get to work.
Let's go get the pads. We set the tanks on concrete discs, which is a lot better than using blocks, or some companies use plastic pads, which are fine. We find that the concrete discs are much better base for the tanks. So this house is going to be getting two what we call 120s. They're 200-gallon tanks, hold 100 gallons, approximately 100 gallons in each tank. These tanks will be suitable and have plenty of gas for supplying, which the customer has heat, hot water, and cooking. So a gas range. The next steps that we're doing is we're going to tie the two tanks together. The tanks are tied together, but they're going to drain equally. They can be a little off occasionally, but yeah, we tie them together, which then transfers the vapor into each tank. This system's going to have two-stage regulator, two-stage regulator system. It's going to have a first stage at the tank, and it's going to have a second stage on the house. What that does is takes tank pressure, which is pretty high, drops it down to 10 psi, and then it drops it down even lower to safely enter your house. And it's in inches of water column, so it's like a half a psi. It's very low pressure that's going in the house. And we do that so the gas is safe going in your house and is not over pressurizing the system.
Right. And you got to keep in mind too that with added BTU capacity, if the customer adds on appliances in the future, he definitely has enough space to add an additional tank.
Right.
On this particular house right here, without removing the condensers, he would have space to add one additional tank. If he needed more capacity, or he needed 4 tanks, he would have to move a condenser.
Like if the customer added either a generator,
a pool.
We wouldn't have a pool here, but maybe a generator and an outdoor kitchen.
Correct.
It would need a second, well, a third tank actually.
Correct.
So yeah, there actually is plenty of room right there.
Yep.
Awesome. And again, like I was saying, we got the first stage regulator. We're going to run a small whip of copper, and the second stage regulator will mount right here on the house. That's to provide adequate pressure to the system and also protection as well. Now that everything's been connected, what's left is to do a leak check on the system. It's our final step of making sure the system is leak-free. When we started, we saw that there was a gauge on the new gas piping that the inspector passed. That's pumped up to a much higher pressure to kind of stress it out to make sure everything is good on the gas system. And then now, once we made all this connection, that has to be tested. But we test the whole system at this point with the gas in the tank to make sure everything is leak-free. And we're going to do that now. Yeah. So he's turning on the gas right now, charging the system. We're going to put a gauge on it and figure out what our initial pressure is. Once we get that initial pressure, we'll drop it down at a point and then do a 3-minute test and test it for 3 minutes. It's got to hold, NFPA says 3 minutes. All
right, so part of the leak test, even though we have it attached to the gauge, we also spray check everything. So every fitting where it's threaded into the system.
Especially on the tank connections,
right?
Because the tank connections aren't tested in this leak check procedure. It's only testing the pipeline system. Anything attached to that, to the valve here and beyond, the leak check is testing. So that's, soap bubbles are the best tool that we got to find any leaks in the system. It'll show right up. All right, that was 3 minutes. Gauge looks good.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so that's the system passed. Everything is leak-free. So we're going to go ahead and turn the gas on. I'm going to install a tap on this regulator so we can test to make sure the pressure going to the house is the proper setting. And yeah, we'll get going.
We're going to go inside right now, and we're going to start off the appliances.
Yep.
And what we'll do is make sure that the appliances are going to continue to have that required
we're going to perform what's called a flow and lockup on the system to make sure that the entire system can handle the BTU load of the appliances, and then make sure that lockup is good. It's pretty much making sure the pressure is where it should be. All right, so everything's all set inside. Everything was tested. We did combustion test. Everything's good to go, and fired everything off. And now we're just gonna do the final touches over here. Customer's super happy. They're ready for the heating season. So, oh yeah, Gleason's already started doing the touch-up stuff. He's painting up the black iron pipe. And you got stickers over here?
Stickers are right there.
All right, perfect. I'll slap on a couple of Townsend stickers. We don't put them on in the yard. We'll do them on site. That way they don't get messed up or damaged through the travel. They are required by code to have a sticker on them to show the company phone number, name and phone number, in case the fire department had to come and it was an emergency or anything like that. So look at that. Slap that on. It looks good. Now the next step is, after we're done, a delivery ticket will be put in, and you'll get a delivery in a few days. They'll come out and top all the tanks because they need the delivery. So that's it. Got everything?
Got everything.
Awesome. All right, man. Another job well done, another happy customer.
Absolutely.
And yeah, on to the next one.
Let's go.
Call us today to switch your home to propane.